good evening to another attempt, however. This time I'm gonna, well, not really an attempt at Pantheon 5, kind of misleading the title. First, I'm gonna do some of the previous Pantheons, which I should probably just change my title for. But what I'm doing is effectively I'm gonna try and do some bindings. And I will split it basically in two parts, the first Pantheon, which is once with charms, once only with the charm binding, and once with all the other bindings. Because the charms are kind of what I miss the most. I missed my range. And my attack speed. So, I'm gonna do it with the charms, for range and attack speed, and also a little bit of damage via the fragile strength. And then, after I've done that, I'm gonna do it with only the charm binding. To have my health, my damage, and my soul around. I think that with the charms should probably actually be easier. Because I have the attack speed. I have a good amount of damage. And I have the range that I so crave. Yeah, that is already going a lot better. But yeah, I'm gonna do the lifeblood the bindings for the lifeblood, and after I've done those, I will attempt the Pantheon 5 again. So you shouldn't be a problem at all, unless you jump over me. Because now I have my quick slash again. Wonderful. My quick slash and my mark of pride and my long nail. Love all three of those. And then the other, if I only block the charms, I should have my nail strength. I should have my nail strength around, and... Hello! My nail strength, my health, and the soul for spells. So, again, the title is a little bit misleading because I'm not actually doing Pantheon 5 right now. I'm still lacking massively in damage. Yeah, I'm currently doing Pantheons with bindings for the lifeblood. So, I should have actually maybe changed the title, not gonna lie. My charm build is, I can just tell you, it's Fragile Strength, Mark of Pride, Long Nail, Quick Slash, and... No, that's it. The Void one. And for harder bosses in Pantheon 5, I switch Quick Slash for Carefree Song. I am very much aware that I don't use spells all that much, but I kind of always just forget them. Alright, I can just get him out, can't I? Wonderful. I tried doing all bindings at once here for the first Pantheon, but not having any damage is so unused to me. I'm so unused to not having any damage and also not having any range. Especially if you try all four at once. But I have played basically the entire game with the Mark of Pride. And not having it around for these fights, especially in the... for some of the harder bosses, kinda gets me killed a lot. Yeah. Pantheon 2 was the one with Sheo, right? And the Mantis Lords. Are you doing all bindings? Like all at once? Just the nail binding, so just the no damage one, huh? That one's already annoying enough, I'm not gonna lie. Because not dealing damage is incredibly annoying. So... Moloch is what killed me generally. Like, when I did all four bindings at once. But with my range... I feel I should be fine. Well, unless I just let him hit me twice. And then I just throw my soul in the wrong direction. Which Pantheon? Just generally all Pantheons? Because if it's for all Pantheons, it's basically just absolute radiance. Be careful here. I think the biggest problem is that it's just fight after fight. Not necessarily because it's hard, but because it's boring. Like, when I played just the game generally, I was able to play like 3 or 4 hours on stream. Because you did different things. But in the Pantheon, since the only thing you do is fight, it gets monotonous a lot. It gets monotonous a lot quicker. Yeah, that's basically part of the monotonous thing. But that's kind of a problem all boss rush games have, so... To be fair, most boss rush games kind of only rely on the bosses, so they are way more thought out. Because Hollow Knight already has the problem that most bosses aren't really all that good. Like, all that fun to fight. Alright, 3 of the bindings done. 9 minutes, that's acceptable. And now I'll do it without the charms. It's probably gonna take me a lot longer now that I don't have my charms equipped, because I rely way too much on the range. from Mark of Pride. Actually, Mark of Pride and Long Nail. Maybe I'll just have to use spells, huh? And then I fucking miss. Like, as you can maybe already see, I could hit the Vengefly King 3 times with the Mark of Pride, and even if I only deal half damage, that's still more damage. With the Mark of Pride and Quick Slash combination, actually. But maybe the spells help. But yeah, the biggest problem is honestly just that it's exclusively bosses. It gets monotonous. Most people have actually told me that they do. But I'm just so used to the nail at this point because, and for example, the forward soul blast, I don't remember what it's called, shadow blast or something. You get that after beating Soul Master, but I didn't find Soul Master until I was basically already at Hollow Knight. Not Soul Master, Soul Warrior. So I basically just completely overlooked that the upgrade exists. And the Descending Dark is good, it's probably the only spell I really use. The Shriek, I also kind of forget that it exists most of the time. I attack so slow, it's incredible. Oh well, at least I have enough health. But well, every person has their way how they play, I guess, so... But yeah, most people just get told me that I need to use the Descending Dark more because it gives you iframes. Dung Defender is amazing though. Best character in the game. Have you beaten White Defender? White Defender 5? Right, if I just could react quicker. Because that one was brutal. White Defender 5 is just absolutely fucking brutal. Probably one of the most difficult things to do in the game. Wait, have you fought White Defender? Honestly, I don't have the nail binding and I still feel like I don't deal all that much more damage than with the... than with it. I hate the low range. The Dream No More, which one was that? Like, I missed one ending and I don't remember which it was. That is actually the main problem I have with the Shriek. The enemies I want to use it again kind of just get pushed out of range. I don't actually know what the different endings are. I only got like 2 endings, I believe. One which is the just normal Hollow Knight after getting the Abyss thing. And then the one where you beat Radiance. I have a quick heal. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I did that. Okay, that's the one I did. Or one of the two I did. But... I mean, Hornet said get good like 3 times. After every one of... Actually, more like 5 times. She said it after her first fight, after her second fight, and before both fights as well. Telling you to get better is basically the only thing she does. I love this guy. He's just great. Like, Dung Defender is my favorite character in the entire game. You will look forward to No Eyes in her new arena. So I don't... Have you seen Pantheon 5? Like, not necessarily yourself, but in, like, videos. For most of the Soul Warriors, not most of them, like for Xero, Markov, No Eyes, and Gorb, the difficulty increase is basically just arena is garbage now. Well, hate that. I absolutely hate this boss. This is definitely one of the bosses that should have just been a mini-boss. And not be in the Pantheon. Markov, Xero, and Xero have no floor, and No Eyes has platforms with thorns beneath on the underside. So... And Gorb also has no floor, like he also has only platforms. And all 3 of them suck, mostly just because they're arena. Actually, Markov sucks the most. Xero is basically just kinda there. But Xero got kind of boring more and more. After Markov, because Xero is basically just Markov and easy. Okay, that's auto down. I'm currently at only like 50. But one claim to the game is I did the Path of Pain so quick that someone got mad at how quick I did it. That is the only thing that apparently I'm good at. Alright, so that's the first Pantheon completely done. Wonderful. I should have just never tried it with all 4 bindings. 10:22, so that was a minute longer. Acceptable. And from now on, I think someone said it should give me lifeblood. Nightmare King, yep. He shows up in Pantheon 5. So you need 4 more. Then 4 more, so 16 for the most, I guess. I'm gonna do the same again, everything but charms. This Pantheon, I believe, contains my favorite fight. But yeah, this is basically just cheap Markov. He even looks very similar. Oh, I should heal. I forgot I'm back to 4 health. And no soul. Alright. Nightmare King Grim is probably one of my more liked fights. Like, it's a very good fight. But that should kind of be expected from a DLC boss. On Markov? Or on Xero? Yeah, for most of the Ghost Warriors, the Shriek is okay. The problem is that they just don't have weight, so they get pushed out really quickly. I'm not looking forward to doing this guy without my charms. At least it's not Soul Tyrant. Okay, light show. The one thing I wish you could change in the Pantheons is remove their start of combat screaming. And they're like the death screaming, because it just takes so long. And it doesn't need to. Oh, a Blubbles, I forgot you're here. Oh, you're in a bad position here. I kind of absolutely hate this fight. Especially without damage. I mean, he also got very much upset that you're even here, so I think he kind of wants you to die. how I hate this one specifically. Charms out. Nay, wait, that was... whatever, I'll do it this way around then. All of the Spirit Warriors are just getting bullied whenever you hit them. They just fly all over the place. Which is why I don't like Abyss Shriek here that much, actually. Sure, it deals a lot more damage. But he's just out of range the second you hit him. Or maybe I just bad at using him. That's probably more likely. Crystal Guardian, probably one of the easiest fights in the game. No, wait, Fluke Marm exists. What's your favorite boss, by the way? Among the ones you fought. Oh, you will... Nosk was really good when I first saw him. But in Pantheon 5, I absolutely hate him. He is the worst in Pantheon 5. Like, without any questions. Yep, he's basically a Vengefly King with a worse hitbox. Which... I have some fights against him on stream where I just stand literally still, like I'm not moving at all and I'm dodging all of his attacks. Because for some reason he just doesn't hit you, unless you walk into it. With very few exceptions. And I don't understand why. Okay. Yeah, these guys also. Everything that flies is just getting pushed incredibly far whenever you hit them. I so hate these guys. He's not actually that fast, he's just a Vengefly King. Like, literally. He's not even that much faster than them. He's basically, someone summed it up perfectly. It's just a Vengefly King with a premium skin. Of course it hit me. I think Legged Nosk is actually faster. And harder. I don't know. For now, I want to do the Lifebloods. If you were wondering, by the way, this is my favorite boss fight. Mantis Lords, or more specifically, Battle Sisters. Unfortunately, this isn't Sisters of Battle. They're probably the most boss fight in the game. And the most well-made before Grim. But yeah, not the hardest. The hardest is probably Absolute Radiance. But normal Radiance I'll probably not fight in this stream. Come on. Okay, this is... If they just do that, it's not that great. Alright, one down. 3 down. Perfect. Sisters of Battle is even better, in my opinion. I would never do them I would never do Sisters of Battle or anything in Pantheon 5 without my entire... with any bindings. Marmu! Marmu is the best spirit fighter. Silly little boy. Silly little bouncy boy. I don't even know what the corner strat is supposed to be. I kinda just hit him. Okay. Nosk, the better version. I haven't fought this version for so long. He actually hits you. He actually aims for you. Incredible. Oh yeah, I forgot he can't hit you when you're in this. Forgot he can't hit you if you're just chilling in this corner when he's running over you. No, again, he can... If you just chill in that corner, when he runs at you, he can't hit you. He's up... No, he's not up again. He just jumped. This version of Nosk is so much better than the winged one. I play on PC with a Xbox controller. This is just that, without any question, the better version of Nosk. My least favorite boss, because he just shouldn't be a boss. Yeah, I don't have an Xbox. Or a PlayStation. The only thing I have is Switch and I haven't used it in like 4 years. And I do not plan on using it again, since Nintendo said they can officially just brick your console if you do things they don't like. Yeah, I never had an Xbox or a PlayStation. The last console I really owned was a GameCube. And Nintendo fell off after that one anyway, so... On the other hand, I paid like $3,000 for my PC, and it can play most things. Welcome, Sheo. I missed my range already, holy shit. Yeah, when I started working, I saved up. The first thing I did was save up for a PC, and I saved up like $2,500. For one. Actually, it was like more like 3,000 euros. Alright, that's Pantheon 2 then. With one binding for now. The charm one. 1156. It's fine. This one should take longer than the first one. Alright, back to the charmless one. The charm one. But that was basically the first thing I did after getting a job. Of course it hit me. Why wouldn't it? Not having as much health as you're used to is probably the most annoying of the charms. But at least Xero gives you a lot of time to heal. In this game, I mean Absolute Radiance, currently, I don't actually think any of the bosses felt impossible. Some of them were hard, but they didn't really feel impossible. For Nightmare King Grim, and so I haven't fought Nightmare King Grim in the DLC itself. I have only fought him in the Pantheon. So I've seen Nightmare King Grim the first time after fighting 38 other bosses. And at that point I was just like, well, it's a new boss I've never seen before after 38 tries. Then I trained him in the Hall of Heroes thing. Like 2 or 3 times and beat him, and then I have only lost like once to him after that. And that was also with Pure Vessel. And it's currently with Absolute Radiance. But none really felt impossible. But question, is this the first Metroidvania? Is Hollow Knight the first Metroidvania you've played? Not enough damage. Well, okay, those... Is Dark Souls technically in the Metroidvania? Not really. I mean, like games like Hollow Knight, where you explore an area, find new movement abilities like double jump or the air dash, so you can then continue in different areas. And explore new areas, basically. Because Dark Souls doesn't really have that, you don't really get new movement abilities, you just get better at the game. Which is not exactly what I mean with Metroidvania. I mean, games like Ender Lilies or just straight up Metroid and Castlevania. Okay, yeah. Because for a lot of people that I asked this, Hollow Knight was their first Metroidvania and side-scrolling game. So for them the game was a lot harder than for me when I first played it. Since I was already used to games like this. That was close. Hate this boss. I kind of feel like need more health for this guy. Ender Lilies was great. Probably had one of my favorite dodging animations. Of course it didn't heal me. I should be better at this boss. I played Touhou. I do intend to play it. Have you played Ender Magnolias? Ender Magnolias. It's from the same guys who made Ender Lilies. It actually released recently. Relatively recently. Wonderful. It's Magnolia. Yeah, that was released relatively recently, from the, well, makers of Ender Lilies as well. That was also really good. But like, I've played a game called Nine Souls before I played Hollow Knight. And the bosses there were a lot harder. So, none of the bosses in this game really feel that difficult to me. But again, for many people, this game was their first foray into Metroidvania. So for them, it's difficult. But like I've started playing Metroidvanias with Metroid and Castlevania. So most of the bosses here feel really easy, with a few exceptions. I hate when he just stops. I forgot what was after Nosk. Oh, Flute Marm. I have not played Resident Evil because I am bad with horror games. Like, extremely bad with horror games. I have not played Resident Evil, I have not played Silent Hill. I have seen the first Resident Evil movie and it was incredibly campy. The only horror game I've ever played was Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and I stopped after like 15 minutes. And I have started playing another one, but that's more like Lovecraftian horror. So it's a little bit different. Good evening, Sheo. Yes. I have not played the original, and I have not played the remake. Wait, is there a remake for Silent Hill? Yeah, there's a remake for Silent Hill. Pretty sure there is, at least. Alright, I'm gonna have to have a heal here. Especially the first one. It was actually why I decided not to play horror games anymore, because I had to literally go to the doctor to check my heart health. Which also revealed that I have a blood pressure issue, but that's something else. Well, that's a bad position. I'm gonna need you to lie down for a second. I was actually surprised they made a third one of the Dark Descent and the Machine for Pigs. Though I heard that the Machine for Pigs isn't that good. Yeah, I heard the story is good for both of them. Like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. Apparently, story is good. At least for the older ones. I'm not sure about the newer ones. 12:30. That's acceptable. Alright, so that should have done something down here. Alright, so we have the first chamber. What does this do? Does it just give me lifeblood? Whenever I go through the Pantheons? Yeah, but isn't in Resident Evil 7, doesn't he kind of get replaced with like this mold thing? Hive Knight, hate this man. Him and his stupid traps there, and his stupid bees. Of course the bees still coming. Elder Who. This is probably my least favorite ghost fighter, Spirit Warrior. Because he just sometimes he just kind of fucks off and you can't hit him anymore. Like, this guy's definitely a lot harder before you get the Shadow Dash. Alright. Collect them. Like, why does this take so long? Why do I have to stand here for like 3 seconds waiting for her to stop yelling? Not looking forward to do this without range. Alright, finally. But yeah, nah. Just horror games, not my thing, mostly. I've been trying Static Dread yesterday. Which, technically I believe is counted as a horror game, but... until now it's fine. I do like me some Lovecraftian shit. Also been reading the books. Which, really, funnily enough, the first few of the books, not really to do with horror. They feel more like a, like explanations of what it feels like to be, to have psychosis. More than actual horror. The horror, well, that is because the collection I have isn't chronological. Ooh, that was lucky. Oh, that was unlucky. The least, yeah, probably Who, honestly. Because at some points he just, like, leaves and you can't hit him anymore. Everyone else at least has the decency of being around so you can stab them. He's definitely not the hardest of the ghost fighters, but he's the most annoying. Like, the hardest is, without a doubt, Markov. Especially in the Pantheon 5 arena. Don't. Otherwise, I don't like Galeon. But I can appreciate him for actually just standing and letting you hit him, instead of hiding like this dude. Xero is boring, Gorb is funny. Marmu is just a cute little bouncy boy. Markov is hard. What others are there? Hello! Same disclaimer to you, I'm not currently actually doing Pantheon 5, I'm currently doing Pantheon 2 with bindings. And I've also apparently completely forgotten how hard the game is if you don't deal damage. Or well, how much health the enemies have if you don't deal damage, rather. Oh yeah, Zote. Zote is also a thing. Because you said Dream Warriors, I was kind of just thinking of the dead ones. You can fight not Zote. If we're talking about my favorite Dream Warrior with everyone who fight in a dream, like if you activate it with a Dream Nail, it's absolutely White Defender. No, these are actually Pantheon 2. Oh no, wait, this is Pantheon 3, right. I already did Pantheon 2. Wait, is Grim in this one? I think Griminus is in this one, no? Alright, so that's God Tamer. I already did all Pantheons. Well, not quite. I'm at Pantheon 5 currently. I'm just getting the bindings right now so I can have Lifeblood in Pantheon 5, because Pantheon 5 is hard as hell. Well, actually, it's just Pure Vestal and Absolute Radiance who is hard as hell. Yeah, you told me. Again, congratulations. I'm still working on it. And yeah, in Pantheon, Nightmare King Grim only shows up in Pantheon 5. No worries. I also do repeat myself a lot. Sometimes the brain just does that. It's actually something I have to actively fight against at work. Mostly because I feel like nobody listens to me when I tell them something for the first time. I like the Grim fight. It's great. Depends, because it's mostly just... Since it's just boss fights one after another, I think the issue is mostly which boss you have issues with. Like, for me the biggest issue was probably in the second one. I don't actually... Here's the problem, I already forgot kind of what bosses are in there. But it's basically just check what boss you have the most issues with and then train that one. Until you can... until you can consistently beat him. And if you've consistently beat him, do the Pantheon again and check if you have any other bosses you have problems with. Galleon. This one used to be my least favorite Spirit Warrior. Because his hitbox and his hurtbox are completely desynced. And his hitbox kind of also just like follows you around a lot. Like it has incredible tracking. I just don't like him. Zote. Completely forgot you're in here. Have a quick heal. Lost Kin? I don't think... No, Broken Vessel you mean, right? Because Lost Kin I don't think shows up in Pantheon 2. Fuck. I mean, Zote is just annoying as hell. I'm actually more surprised that Failed Champion is the last thing before Nightmare King. Like, of all the things they could have added as the second to last normal boss before, like, the before like the main attraction. Can you stop with your stupid bees? That it's failed champion, who is one of the easiest bosses. That they put him that late. I understand that he was in Pantheon 4 because all of the like reskin bosses are in Pantheon 4. This is exactly why I don't like you. Yeah, he's like... He's one of the more unique bosses, but in this case unique doesn't mean better. Or good. Wait, I didn't even check how... Did I get the lifeblood? Alright. Quick collect them. Yeah, who is just boring, honestly. Which is like the greatest crime you can commit as a boss. Yeah, that's true. You kind of just use him at a healing battery. Maybe that was the intention. I really hate that the God Tamer is actually kind of like an add to her own boss fight. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever play anything on Radiant. Good evening, Grum. Also, you never hit Grim when he bows. That would just be mean. I'm honestly not looking forward to doing him without my nail length, though. He's bowing to the audience. Because he also bows before in the DLC, if you fight him there. But true, the Nail Masters, Paint Shasters, and the Nail Sage, they bow to you. To be fair, in his DLC fight, like outside of Godhome, you are the one who summoned him. Alright, at least the balloon phase is going through without damage. But even still, it would just be rude to interrupt the man while he's bowing. That would just be straight dishonorable. I'm honestly not looking forward to doing this without my Mark of Pride. Like, have I not unlocked the lifeblood? Don't I get that? I thought I get that. Or is that because I have that binding? Wait, was he in the lifeblood area? Have I completely forgotten where he was? Okay. Well, you can just tell me. I've been through the door. Why doesn't he say anything? Again. Ha! Hit you out the air, bitch! Hate when he does that. Fucking hate Zoe. I'm in Pantheon 3. Like, I have done the four bindings on 1 and 2. And then I've been down here. What do I need to do here? Oh, right, Dreamnail. I forgot. I forgot that's a thing. What? Thank you. At this point, it's kind of embarrassing how often I forgot the Dreamnail. Alright, and Hive Knight. Again. Stupid bee. I didn't even get them on Pantheon 1 all at once. I got the... I basically did once without the charm binding, and then I did once without all the other bindings. Because the charm is the one I care most about. Having my range. I didn't even know you could take damage from Who himself. Can you go hide again? Oh, just died, that's also fine. Collector! I just realized you don't get soul when you hit the collector. Does the collector not have a soul? Yeah. I kind of assumed so. But he's like the only enemy I currently can think of that doesn't give soul, with the exception of False Knight and Failed Champion, because there you don't actually hit a being, you hit only a dead shell. So I was worried you would just spit at me. Have a quick heal. You just play the Flores lava with this guy, I guess. I absolutely despise that attack though. Alright, get a quick heal on. Wait, really? I don't actually know if you can kill him. I just know that I never do. No, I'm pretty sure you can kill him, because someone told me that if you kill him, you actually just have to fight the pet anyway. So it doesn't matter if you kill him or not. You should probably do that more often. Alright. I probably would never try doing that on NKG, but for normal Grim, I think I can just get away with it. The Knight and God Tamer, the actual God Tamer, yeah, he's just kind of an ad. Oh, so the lifeblood is just here now. So you get 2 extra, okay. 3 extra. The balloon form is every 25%, yeah. I can respect Galien being actual stand first enough to just get hit by the Abyssal Shriek without getting pushed around, but Okay, one life bullet remaining. And he does it if you hit him while he bows. Which, you know, is understandable. I don't like Galeon because he reminds me of Death in Castlevania. And that was one of my least favorite bosses in Aria of Sorrow. Shit like this is why no one likes you, though. I think the thing I hate most about him is the explosive ghosts he summons. Alright, finally. I mean, honestly, saving Zote was the biggest mistake I've made in this game. Umu. Umu I kinda just don't like. He's just kinda there. He doesn't really have a personality. Except that he protects Monomon, I guess. Okay, he's coming up back here. Unfortunately, I missed the second jellyfish. He's summoning to the right again, I'm pretty sure. That was a good hit. Ah, fuck! I need to do it a third time. How did that still hit me? Okay, that was just plain stupid. Oh, Hornet 2. Adira. Again. Yeah, I could have dream nailed a lot of things. Again, similar to spells, I kind of just forget they exist. Though the dream nail, I kind of forget even more than the spells, because you can't really use it a lot in combat unless the enemy just gets stunned. I jumped into that. Thankfully, Sly is one of the better boss fights. Can you stop with those stupid traps? Oh, she got stuck in the corner again. Oh, wait, let me have some ah, fuck. Can you give me some soul? No. Good evening, Sly. Dash strike. I really like Sly. He's just fun to fight. Like, Sly is everything Zote wants to be. Alright, phase 2. I dread doing Sly without the Mark of Pride. Fuck. Well, that fucking blows. That was the last hit as well. Oh well, it happens. Do you do nail arts for Sly because it makes him easier, or because he's the great nail sage? This phase, if you kill him while he spits out the bees, is the most annoying shit. Because you can't heal, and you can't even see where the bees are coming from. Okay. I don't know, I haven't really used them. Same with the spells, I haven't really used them in combat and I kinda don't want to learn at this point. God fucking damn it. This is why no one likes you. This is probably why the Mantis killed you. Because you wouldn't just stand and fight. God. Oh yeah, they would work better, but it's like with the nailsmith. He lived by the nail. He should die by the nail. He doesn't actually die, you just beat him. He deserves being beaten by a nail and not a spell. This is probably one of the few fights that is completely unchanged between Pantheon 3 and Pantheon 5. Because while he summons bigger or better enemies, they also are kind of changed so that they only have like 1 health. I fucking missed him, didn't I? Which, by the way, For Honor was a great game. Even though they wrote it the incorrect American way. Without the U. I fucking hate when he spits at me. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Nah, fuck. Right, not the germ. Try the one again. Oh, the collector fight you mean specifically? If the enemies out of the glass containers actually had more health, I would probably also not like that fight a lot more. Why does he actually have the ability to just teleport behind me? Like, I can understand for Soul Master. And for the Hollow Knight himself, because he's kind of like an abyss creature. But why can Hive Knight do that? I do like his nail though. I mean, that is kind of to be expected from a game like this. Not all games need good endings. I wish I had a nail like Mantis Lord. Holy shit, I'd have so much range. But yeah, the Mantis Lords can also kind of teleport. On the other hand, the Mantis Lords are Mantis, and the Mantis are cool, so they are allowed to do it. Yeah, but they're Mantis. And Mantis are cool, so again, they're allowed to do it. But bees are not cool, bees are useful. I think bees are more like cute than cool. I mean, if you just compare a bee to a wasp, or actually just a praying mantis, the praying mantis is just infinitely more cool. Also, Achaikak, the Crimson Mantis, God of Assassinations, is my favorite god in Pathfinder. I don't actually know, I don't even know why, but I really like him. So that kind of translates. I feel like I'm not on the level currently. I think I'm actually gonna take a break here. Yeah, he kinda is just a thing that exists to absorb the corruption, isn't he? And also, like, martyrdom isn't really sad if it's chosen. Now, the question is, can the knight choose to martyr himself? One doesn't know. But if chosen, martyrdom is not necessarily a bad thing. What were they called? Shade Soul, Descending Dark, and Abyss Shriek. Yeah, he wouldn't care. I mean, it's technically it's a bug, so it is applicable, I guess. Like for most bugs, I can't really tell you which is male and which is female. The vessels? I don't know. Probably. But anyway, yeah, as mentioned, I'm gonna cut it here. Thank you for watching, thank you for chatting. I hope you have a nice evening. And I hope you later on have a good night, as well as a nice rest of your week. But for now, yeah, goodbye.